New York, man. Tuning in to Savage Productions.
Let's go. What's the drill? Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tuning in to Sev Lokes Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Mile high salute to the riders. Before I start this video, let me make this clear. I am no way means promoting gang life, gang culture, just telling a testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to this video. And in this video, I want to talk about a subject matter that I done heard in the past in comment sections, and people will always put their opinions and views and direct them towards what you're talking about, especially if they don't understand. People tend to diminish or try to hate on stuff that they don't understand, and this one, I was talking to somebody recently about this situation and this subject matter, and they were asking, in the system out here, what gangs run the compounds, like what gangs have the most control. So let's get into it. Let's dive into it. So I'm going to say like this. Every city you go to, every state you go to is going to have a different program. No city and state are the same. No city and state program the same. There might be similarities, but you never know what's going on in a city and state, especially when it comes to politics, because everywhere you go is going to be different, to be honest. So out here in Colorado, there's not really a governing organization that runs a whole yard, to be honest, because for that to take place, that means that they would have control over different cars. And I almost promise you, every car is going to have somebody that would be resistance to that. Every car is going to have somebody that will rebel. You have an organization trying to take control of the whole yard out here in Colorado. You're going to have multiple people go to war with that car and say, nah, you ain't calling shots. You ain't calling no rules over us. That's just, what I'm saying? It's common sense, bro. Fools politic their own programs. Now, I can see if, money's coming in and there's a car that got some money on the yard. Yeah, they going to have a little bit of leeway because that's how everybody's getting their money. But in saying that, that don't mean that they have control of the whole yard. I never been on a yard where a whole car, just one car has say so over everybody on the yard. It just don't work like that, because you got killers from every sector, bro. You go to a compound and you're going to have people not going home. You're going to have people not going home that's willing to, go to war over their beliefs, their morals, values, their organization. And you ain't going to be able to call shots over them, So out here, and I only can speak from my experiences and what I've been on when I was on the yard. Different cars program different, right? I've been on a yard out here, multiple yards that East Side Denver, like the East Side Crips, they do their own thing. They call their own program. There's no California fools even involved with that. There's no California fools calling shots, not even OG fools from Cali that are Keyways and Dom Moves calling shots over any Denver fool. Usually it's the other way around. If the organization like the Dom Moves and Keyways out here, if they're programming, they usually, and if it's fools are together, it's going to be somebody that has the wheelas, somebody has the keys on the yard from Denver that has a sanction over every Crip or sanction over every Damu. When they pull the shit together, it's usually stuff together. I apologize, but when they pull stuff together, and if it's like that, it's usually a Denver fool, OG from East Side Denver that is running, the car. But for the most part, like even with the Keyways, the Crips, you have 3, 4 different, you know what I'm saying, cars of Crips. California car, you have the Southern Colorado car, and you have East Denver. And they all kind of police their own program, even with the Don Moos. I seen Don Moos on the yard come together more than the Crips. They, been on compounds where they all ride together. But for the most part, everybody polices their own program. Now, when it comes to like the Sureños, there'll probably be one fool that has the keys for the Sureños and calls the shots over all the Sureños, even the California Sureños. Colorado, for the most part, where I've been, got the keys even over the California Sureños. The California Sureños had a current program under what Colorado was pushing. And that goes for most of the aspect. If you want to say it like that, everybody has their own police when they police their programs, but Colorado probably gets, the Huilas on every car. It's never been the other way around. I never seen it, So to answer the question, there's not really no car that just calls shots over the whole yard. I done heard it before too, when they say the G's ran the yards and, this and that. They ran their own car, and they probably had the money at the time, but they're not going around telling fools what to do and dictating what's going on their yard. That's just not the truth. Are the Bloods, are the Sureños, nobody's gonna run a whole compound, not even in the streets. Not even in the streets. That's why, East Denver ran its own car. That's why they did whatever they did, and ain't no fool from Cali ever told them they could not, and ain't no fool could have told them fools, because they're not going to listen to that. They're going to stand up and be like, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, we're willing to go to war over it. So, mile high salute to all the riders, mile high salute to the homie. You know what it is, your boy Savage. Let's go.